Welcome back to Midday. We are live down at Riverside Park for the 5th annual Interior Savings Rotary Ribfest. We are living the dream down here. Weather's perfect. We have Wayne McCran joining us from Rotary. How are you doing today?
Doing just fine, thanks, Susan. Yeah.
What are you in charge of down here today?
So I'm looking after the table clearing and the ambassadorial role in the adult beer garden.
The adult beer garden. So you'll be strolling through there once in a while today?
It is so much fun in there.
It is fun.
You get a chance to talk to everybody. This morning I talked to people who are here purposely from Northern Ontario.
Really?
And people from Clearwater, people from Bridge Lake, people from Salmon Arm. So they've come for Ribfest.
Yeah, it's a pretty popular event. In 5 years, this thing has just taken off so big. But we're going to talk a little bit about Rotary during this segment. Rotary has done so much for our community, and we want to have an opportunity to have you talk about some of those things.
Sure. So first off, all the money from Ribfest stays in the community. So we do international projects as well, of course, but the money from this event all stays in Kamloops, and it goes to the food bank, Big Brothers Big Sisters, Boys and Girls Club, Therapeutic Riding Association, hospice. It's basically everything centered around youth and seniors.
And how important is that money to the groups that receive it?
Absolutely crucial. You know, they struggle all the time, and I think it's events like Ribfest. I think last year we put $93,000 back into the community from Ribfest. So, you know, you think about what they wouldn't be able to do without that money. It's huge.
Yes. Rotary, of course, as I look forward, I know that we'll be live for Basics for Babies in November. You guys are also involved in that.
Yeah, we are. Of course, Basics for Babies is kind of all part of the food bank routine.
Yep.
And it's one of those events that we absolutely love. Everybody brings down their boxes of diapers or baby food or whatever it is and leaves it, as well as makes a donation, of course. It's a great event.
Getting back to Rotary and what you guys do, locally, of course, that's what we love to hear about, but internationally, Rotary has had a huge presence as well in fighting diseases, vaccinations. It was all about polio. I remember my mom's a Rotarian in Victoria, and she had the bumper sticker that said, "We are beating polio," back in the 90s.
Yeah.
But then I've heard lately that polio has become a problem again. Is that true?
Yes and no. So we started the polio drive 30 years ago, and our goal was to eradicate polio in 15 years. And of course, here we are 30 years later. But at that time, there were 350,000 kids paralyzed every year around the world from polio. This year, there's been a total of 16 cases of polio identified to the end of June.
So that's really not that much. It's not great, but it's not that much.
Yeah, it's not that much at all. And that's all in Afghanistan and Pakistan,
Sure.
by the way.
Sure.
And they'll continue to immunize there for another 5 years after it's eradicated, just to make sure that it's all taken care of.
Right. So there's Rotarian groups all around the world.
Yeah, there's 1.2 million Rotarians around the world.
Really?
Yeah, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. Yeah.
Well, I say this is one of the best events that we have in our city for the summer, for sure. We're out of time, Wayne, but I do want to say thank you very much for talking to us a little bit about Rotary, and thank you for your time spending here this weekend to make this such a success.
My pleasure, Susan.
Right.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, it's awesome to be here. Thank you. We are not quite over for the day. We are going to check in still with Terry Lynn Stone, who is what they call the Sheriff Raffle. Raffle tickets to be bought down here, some great prizes to be given away as well. So we'll talk to her after a break. Stay with us.